In Creo Parametric, you can capture information about your piping designs in smart tables on a drawing, like a table for your stock material. Here I have a piping design that I've created. You can see that there are different sizes of pipeline that are used in here. Let me hop over to a window where I have a drawing started. It's got a view of that pipeline. And now to make my smart table, I will go to the table tab, and then let's go to the table dropdown. And this one is going to have 4 columns. And so I'm going to need 2 rows, one for the header and one for the repeat region that will automatically populate the information. So I will choose a 4x2 table, and then I'll drop it right about here on the sheet. And let's start filling in our information for the header row. I will double click in this cell and I will put in the word index. And let me click outside for a second so I can now manipulate the formatting. I like this to be a little smaller size than the rest of the table. And now let me jump over to the next cell. And this one is going to be for the name of the stock material, stock name. And let me click outside and let's center, make the text smaller. And I realize that I want this column to be a little wider. So I will hover my mouse over a cell in the table, tap the right mouse button, the row highlights, tap right, the column highlights. Now I will left click and then it will open up the mini toolbar. And this icon allows me to adjust the width. And let's change this width to a value of, let's use 20. And I will click the OK button. Whoa, what did I click there? Let me right mouse click and hold and change this. Oh, I hit the information in the wrong cell. Width and the number of characters is supposed to be 20, not 20 inches. And let me click the OK button. Let's do the same thing for the next column. Tap right, tap right. Now I've got the column highlighted. I will click left and then column width. Let's make this 20 characters wide, not 20 inches wide. And click the OK button. And the last one's going to be for the pre-cut length. This doesn't need to be that wide, except for the fact that the words pre-cut length. So let me left click. And then for the width, let's make it a little narrower. Let's make it probably 15 characters should be good. All right, so let me click the OK button. So there are the different columns. Let me fill in the header information for the next column. This is going to be stock material. And I will click once outside just so I can change the formatting. Let's change the text height. And let's also go over to the last cell, double click in it. And this one is going to have the text called pre-cut length. All right, great. Let me click outside. Let's center it and then 0.125. There. Okay, so now that I have the header set up, let's define our repeat region to automatically extract information from the model. I will go to repeat region. This opens up the menu manager. We're going to add a repeat region. It's going to be a simple one. And we're prompted to locate the corners of the region. It will go from this cell to this cell. And then I will click Done to get out of the menu manager. Now, let me zoom in a little bit as I am entering in the information for the various different cells. So in the first one, let's double click. This will open up the report symbol dialog box. We're going to put RPT for report, and then index, which will automatically assign a number to each of the different kinds of stock material. Now I will double click in this cell, and we're going to put in ASM, assembly, MBR for member, and then pipe. There are a lot of different categories here, but we're going to choose pipe, and then stock. You can see that there are a bunch of different things here for stock. And this will be the stock name. And now in the next cell, it's also already starting to overlap. This one we're going to put assembly, member, pipe, stock, the first four selections were the same, but this time we're going to put in the material for the pipe stock. And then in the last cell, we are going to put assembly, member, pipe, and then instead of, let's use stock once more. And then we're going to choose length this time. And then you have the choice of pre-cut or center. We're going to grab the pre-cut length. Okay, so that is good. If I then try to update the tables, well, it goes empty. You're like, hey, I think I made a mistake. Well, we just have to change the attributes of the repeat region. So let's go to repeat region and then attributes and select the repeat region. And we're going to change this so that this is going to have no duplicates and it's going to be recursive. It's going to go down to each of the different levels in the assembly and all the different members and extract the information about their stock material. So now we are done changing the attributes. I will click Done Return. And there we have our table created. So we've got our different index numbers. Once again, let me hit the Done Return to get out of the menu manager. Let me just select the cell and then I can go to the Format tab and I can center justify the ones that I want to be center justified. But now that I've got the table with the information that I want, I don't want to have to recreate this table every single time that I make a piping drawing. So I can save this table out to disk so I can use it over and over again. Let me click somewhere in the table and then I will choose Select Table. And then let's go to Save Table. And there are a bunch of different options in here. Like you can save it as CSV or text or Excel. We actually want to save it as a Creo Parametric .tbl table file. So we will save as table and it's automatically going to, let's see, what folder do I want to use? I have a folder for my own use and let's put in the name of the table there. And this is going to be my piping spool table. And I will click the Enter key. And so that way I can always go back later on and use table from file. And then I can find my table somewhere in here, somewhere in my directory. If I navigate manually, let me go to my folders. I know it's in C, Creo, put in table MCAE. Here's right there. There's the piping spool table that I can access over and over again. I could put it in one of the standard predefined folders so that it will show up in my table file. Oops, accidentally placed the table again. But yeah, you can put it so that it is available from your quick tables as well. So anyhow, that is how you can create your own table to report your piping stock information.